What if I told you the people who look the least rich today are the ones quietly becoming the richest tomorrow? No flashy lifestyle, no loud success, no sudden breakthroughs, just small, almost invisible habits stacking up in the background. And the scary part? Most people completely ignore them because they don't feel exciting. But those habits, they change everything. If you stay with me, I'll show you 5 simple habits that can slowly shift your life from constant financial pressure to calm, steady control. Nothing complicated, nothing out of reach, just small changes that compound into something powerful. Because right now you might feel like money comes in and disappears just as fast. But imagine a life where you're no longer stressed at the end of the month. You're not reacting to money, you're directing it. That shift starts quietly. Most people chase loud success, big wins, fast money, instant results. But real wealth doesn't work like that. It grows in silence, in routines, in decisions no one sees. And that's why so many people miss it, because it doesn't feel dramatic, feels boring. But boring habits build extraordinary lives. And make sure you stay till the end, because the last habit is the one that protects everything you build. Without it, even smart people lose everything. Welcome to Money with Jerry, a place where you sharpen your edge. Point 1. Planning long-term goals. The first habit is planning long-term goals. Not just thinking about next month, but asking yourself, where do I actually want to be in 3, 5, even 10 years? Most people avoid this because life already feels overwhelming. Bills, work, family pressure. So they focus on surviving the week. But here's the hidden truth. If you don't decide where you're going, life will decide for you. And usually it doesn't choose well. Planning long-term doesn't mean having everything figured out. It just means giving your life direction. Even something simple like, I want financial stability. I want less stress. I want freedom with my time. When you have that, your daily decisions start changing without you forcing them. Point 2. Practicing discipline daily. The second habit is practicing discipline daily. Not extreme discipline, not perfection, just small promises kept consistently. Waking up when you said you would. Saving a little, even when it's not convenient. Saying no, when it's easier to say yes. Because here's what most people misunderstand. Wealth isn't built by big moments. It's built by tiny decisions repeated hundreds of times. And discipline is what holds those decisions together. There will always be reasons not to do it. You're tired. You deserve to enjoy. You'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow turns into next week. Then next year. And nothing changes. Discipline doesn't feel powerful in the moment. But over time, it quietly transforms your identity. You stop being someone who tries and become someone who follows through. Point 3. Growing income streams silently. The third habit is growing income streams silently. Not everything needs to be announced. Not every move needs validation. Sometimes the smartest thing you can do is build quietly. Maybe it's a small side hustle, a skill you're improving, an idea you're testing. At first, it won't look impressive. It might even feel slow, but that's exactly why it works. Because while others are chasing attention, you're building stability. And one day, that quiet effort becomes something real. More income means more options, and options reduce pressure. Point 4. Keeping expenses simple. The fourth habit is keeping your expenses simple. This one is hard, because the world constantly tells you to upgrade. Better phone, better clothes, better lifestyle, and it feels good for a moment. But complexity creates pressure. More expenses mean more stress. More obligations mean less freedom. Simple living isn't about restriction. It's about control. It's choosing peace over constant pressure. Because the truth is, it's not how much you make that changes your life. It's how much you keep and how wisely you use it. Point 5. Building emergency funds. And the fifth habit, the one most people ignore, is building an emergency fund. This isn't exciting. No one talks about it. But it's the habit that protects everything else. Because life is unpredictable. Unexpected bills, job changes, family responsibilities. And without a safety net, one moment can undo years of progress. But when you have even a small buffer, you think differently, you move differently. You're not making decisions from panic. You're making them from stability. And that changes everything. Now imagine this. A version of you 1 year from now. You've been quietly practicing these habits. Nothing dramatic. No overnight success. But something feels different. You're calmer, more in control, less reactive. Money isn't a constant source of stress anymore. You're not guessing, you're planning. You're not surviving, you're building. And the best part? No one saw it coming. Because it happened quietly. Here's the deeper truth most people never realize. Wealth is not just about money. It's about behavior. It's about becoming the kind of person who naturally makes better decisions. Because once your habits change, your results have no choice but to follow. The difference between people who stay stuck and those who move forward isn't luck, isn't talent. It's consistency in the unseen moments. There are two kinds of people. Those who wait for the perfect moment, and those who start quietly with what they have. One group keeps wishing things were different. The other slowly creates a different life. The question is, which one are you becoming? So here's what I want you to do today. Just one small step. Not all 5 habits at once. Just one. Because progress starts small. And small done consistently becomes powerful. If this spoke to you, share it with someone who needs this reminder. Drop a comment, which habit you're starting with. And if you want more content like this, you already know what to do. But more than anything, remember this. You don't need to rush. You don't need to impress anyone. Quiet progress is still progress. And over time, it becomes everything.